This video is sponsored by .deck.co.uk, the place to be when it comes to all the stuff you need for the Pokemon trading card game. They have singles, complete competitive decks, and even some epic sleeves and deck boxes to pimp out your deck completely. So if there's still something you miss in order to go to a certain tournament or league, go take a look at .deck.co.uk. Triple laser, ha, and yo. Can you feel Registeel sniping away your basics? What a meal! Choose 3 Pokemon and deal 30 damage, yes it's real. You can easily steal a free prize card, so keep up your guard. And everybody wanna know, is it good? Will it be able to grow when the current meta game? Yes, it'll be part of the frame, you will see its name. So once the set has been released, try to obtain a copy or two. And did you know it'll be quite decent too? Even though the weakness to fire is really deadly and it looks kinda messy. 4-3 is a bit too heavy, but you can attack many foes at once directly. So be ready, cause if you underestimate it, you will definitely not make it. Fight me if you dare, I really wouldn't care. You think you gave me a scare, now Registeel triple laser right there. Fight me if you dare, I'll defeat you, yes I swear. I hope you are aware, I'll use triple laser and knock you off your chair. What's up YouTube, it's ZapdosTCG and we're at episode 57 now, and as you know I'm currently reviewing the new EXs from Dragon Exalted, so in this episode we'll be checking out another one. Here's Registeel EX. Registeel EX is another one of those EXs with a massive amount of HP, 180 to be exact. It has a resistance to Psychic, which means combined with Eviolite, Mewtwo EX will have a really hard time against it. And as we all know, we'll be getting a Mewtwo EX as a 10 promo, so I predict more and more people will play Mewtwo EX just because it's such a great card and it's so easy to get. And aside to that, Registeel EX has a retreat cost of 4, which is never good, but combined with cards like Darkrai EX, which is another 10 promo, which you will be getting in mid-September, which is a great thing. Also, Switch is a great card to get him out of the active spot when you really need to. A bad thing though is the fire weakness, because with Ember still around, I suspect more fire decks because Celebi Prime will be gone on September 1st, and more people will try out stage 2s once more because the format has slowed down quite a bit because Smeargle is gone. So now to the attacks of Registeel EX. For 3 colors energies, it can deal 30 damage to 3 of your opponent's Pokemon with triple laser. So it's sort of like a Glaciate like Kyurem, but that only to 3 Pokemon. But the good thing is that you can easily do this on turn 2 if you can manage to get a DCE on Registeel EX, and that way you can prepare yourself to knock out a bunch of stuff later on, because all of the Pokemon will be weakened by this attack. You can choose 3 Pokemon, which is always a good thing. You can also manage to do the attack twice if you really can do it twice, because 180 HP it won't be knocked out that fast, and most regular basic Pokemon that still need to evolve will be knocked out by dealing the attack twice. His other attack is called Protect Charge, and for 2 metal and a DCE you can deal 80 damage, and during your opponent's next turn any damage done to Registeel is reduced by 20, which is a decent attack to stay alive turn after turn, even against stuff like Anti-EX. So, and which decks will Registeel EX be seen? Well, I've predicted the following things, like the Klinklang deck, of course. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you should know that Klinklang is a really great deck. It won Nationals in the US, which is a great thing. I haven't actually talked about the US Nationals that much because, yeah, I already had my Nationals and I couldn't really do 2 episodes about Nationals. So, anyway, aside to that, I already reviewed the episode about Klinklang and the deck. You should check it out at episode 53 to know more about that. But yeah, that deck runs a couple of Darkrai EXs, which means Registeel will have free retreat. It also makes use of the ability to move around metal energies, so this is just perfect for Registeel EX, since it also needs metal energies. You can just heal off the damage to move around the energies and get them back to Registeel EX with that strategy, and just move all the damage with Max Potion. You can also keep on sniping or just attack with Protect Charge, just because you're still alive. You can just use your attacks turn after turn, and with that sniping attack combined with Protect Charge, you will be prevent yourself from being knocked out, because yeah, with Protect Charge any damage done to Registeel EX is reduced by 20, and combined with his resistance, EV Light, and the effect of the attack, as I said, so even Mewtwo EX won't be able to one-shot you. So except the only bad thing is that the fire weakness, as I said, you can easily fare against anti-EX, but once you're up against Reshiram, you will completely lose because there's nothing standing in the way of Reshiram to knock out Registeel in one blow. So yeah, Registeel will definitely be tested in a deck with Klinklang, but yeah, most Klinklang decks do run the Kyurem EX, so that's an easy way to counter those Reshirams you're up against. So if you're afraid of the fire weakness, just play the Klinklang variant with some Kyurem EXs. Also, Registeel might be a part of any deck, to be honest, because it uses 3 colorless energy, so with some energy acceleration you can put him in any deck to snipe out of nowhere. Like you can just put it in an electric variant or in an Ambor variant, something like that, because sniping 3 Pokemon for 30 damage is always a good thing in the early game and even in the late stages of the game to get those knocks out later on, and it only takes 2 energies if you put in a DCE, so a DCE and any other type of energy, and you can deal the damage really fast. Definitely in a format where stage 2s are getting back into the game, so yeah, you can snipe out some Pokemon out of nowhere and get the cheap price cards that way. And that's all for the card/deck analysis for this week. Now let's go on to Poké-News, and to start off we have Genesect. Yep, the 16 Pokemon movie has a trailer now available. You can check it out somewhere on YouTube if you like to see that. And talking about the movies, the 15 movie Kyurem versus the Sacred Swordman Keldeo has been aired in Japan, but we'll probably have to wait a bit until we see the English release. So yeah, if you want to watch it with some subtitles, that can always be the case. Just go ahead and check that out. And now enough about the movies, and to finish off Poké-News, there are some TCG scans of our upcoming set, Dragon Exalted. 3 scans are available. We have Milotic, the Pokemon that can search your deck for any 3 cards with his first attack, which is definitely nice in some water-based decks, so this might see some playability. Then we have Registeel EX, but I already explained that one in detail, so I won't go over it again. And the last card we have is Altaria, which is a card that will definitely see some playability thanks to his ability Fight Song. It lets all of your dragon Pokemon deal 20 more damage, and if you have more of them on the field, you can even boost the damage even more. So 2 Altarias means plus 40 damage for all your dragon Pokemon's attacks. But I'll be talking about some new dragon decks very soon. Once the set is finally out, I can test them out and just make some new episodes. Although there's an extra thing on my list this time in the Poké-News, it's about Team Sinnoh. Yeah, this new YouTube channel is a group channel that features Water and Grass, Slayer of MCA, HSF 144, 801, Infernape, and myself, of course. You should be familiar with most of the Poké-Tubers I mentioned because all of them do a really great job at it. And on the channel, we'll try to upload a new video every Sunday where each of us talks about a separate thing about the Pokemon related stuff. For example, Slayer of MCA will do as usual stuff, Pokefacts. I will do some TCG news, and the other members like HSF 144 and 810 Infernape will talk about some Poké-tubing stuff, like some Poké-tuber promotions and stuff like that. So definitely look out for that, and subscribe already to the channel if you want to stay tuned for the first video, which will be up on the 29th of July. So remember Team Sinnoh, the link will be in the description below, and that pretty much wraps it up once again for another episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you didn't, well, why did you watch the entire video? Anyway, you can always leave a like and a comment because you know I always appreciate that, and I'll try to answer all of your questions if I have the time. Anyway, this was ZapdosTCG. Thanks for watching, have a nice day, until next time.